Hello, my name is Jennifer Down and I'm the author of Bodies of Light, which is published by Text. I live in Fitzroy, but I grew up in the Daggy, outer southeastern suburbs of Melbourne, which is in part where the start of this book is set. When I was writing Bodies of Light, I used to tell people that it's about a woman who decides to disappear, but it's actually what it means to erase your old self and then build a new one. It's the story of Maggie, who is charged with 3 counts of murder of her own children, who she claims died from SIDS. And as the trial approaches, she makes this decision to start a new life. So the book charts Maggie's childhood and adolescence spent in a series of residential care facilities and foster homes in outer suburban Melbourne in the 70s and 80s, through the sequence of events that leads to her disappearance, her move to New Zealand, and later to her present-day life in Midwestern America. Bodies of Light is my 3rd book, and it took me a long time to write. In both my research and the finished thing, I wanted to explore ideas of social marginalisation, motherhood, trauma, identity, how society responds to bad mothers, how things like childhood experiences of stability, attachment, and love influence our personalities, and the comorbidity of factors like poverty, childhood trauma, and substance abuse. I spent a long time reading about the history of resi and out-of-home care in Australia. I read parliamentary reports and inquiries, annual reports from some of the larger Victorian children's homes from the 70s, and a lot of first-person testimony from care leavers. I think I'm less interested in redemptive stories than in pressing bruises and in how much pressure we can bear. When Maggie readmits herself, it's not redemption, but survivorship. I don't care whether she's a good or a moral person or whether what she does is right. To me, the most important thing is the how and why, the kind of marvel of a person who goes on dog paddling against a powerful current their whole life. One of the hinges of the novel for me is this moment where Maggie requests her records from the state, only to find that there's almost nothing on file, which is unfortunately pretty common among care leavers. And I kept thinking about how much of a mindfuck it would be to have so little proof of your existence and personhood, and how that might colour your memory. When I was writing the manuscript, I thought of it as a kind of record or history that Maggie was keeping for herself, a way to make it real. Thank you so much for having me.